on YouTube. It is both Dr. Alicia's and mine first time on live. So I want each of y'all to give us grace for anything that may take place, okay? We want y'all to show us the love that we be giving y'all day to day on our drama-free Black Love series. So let's just start off on why did we start the Black Love series, who we are, and just welcome the YouTube audience. So this series was birthed to raise awareness about healing and restoration of relationships within the Black community with a licensed therapist, none other than Miss Dr. Alicia Watkins, aka the couple coach. So Dr. Alicia, tell them who you are.
Hello, my name is Dr. Alicia. I am a therapist. I work primarily with couples. I also work with individuals, mainly anxiety, depression. I'm also a college professor. That is my full-time job, is a college professor. So I'm grading papers. I am also training the next generation of therapists. They're all in my hands. So I work in the master's program at my institution. And I'm just happy to be here. I'm also live on YouTube and I'm also live on Facebook. Hello, how about that?
Hey Facebook, hey YouTube. So wherever you are, if you are able to send us a comment, just tell us hey back. Let us know if you're liking what you're hearing. I'll introduce myself. My name is Jasmine Stith, aka the Pretty Plug. I motivate, I educate, and I inspire people to be all they're called to be simply by walking by faith and launching their goal. Their goal is a gift and only the Lord delivers. So as an example of that, if you love to talk. If you love to sing. If you love to help people get through their traumas like Dr. Alicia, you go up in there and you help people with they traumas, okay? And you become a therapist. And just a shout out to her, I got this shirt on. It says, wait till I tell my therapist this shit.
Yes.
I think that it was definitely fitting for today. And I love just being an advocate for mental health and therapy. So we got a fun episode today. Are you ready, Dr. Alicia, to break this down?
I'm excited. You know, I love this topic only because we had about 3 inches of snow today.
Okay.
Like, so, if you don't have your man, ladies, you don't have your man together, fellas, you don't have your ladies together. It's gonna be a nice cold winter for you because winter has started.
Okay, so y'all, she just gave you an introduction. We are talking about how to have a drama-free cuffing season. So let me tell y'all the dates. So cuffing season schedule. Scouting began August 1st through the 31st. Draft season was September 1 to the 30th. Tryouts was October 1st through October 31st. We are now in preseason. I don't know what that literally means. Maybe like people is like, I'm so close to having you as my boyfriend or having you as my girlfriend. I have no idea. But I say all that to say we are so close to actual cuffing season, which is December 1st through January 15th. And, you know, playoffs and the championship game end on February 14th. So, y'all, it's a lot out here with cuffing season. I'm not going to be an advocate of saying that dating is ghetto because I think that dating is what you make it. And if you speak that it's ghetto, it will be. So, and I learned that from Dr. Alicia. So, like, one of the first things we want to talk about, Dr. Alicia, what is cuffing season? Like, this is a phenomenon. Everybody talks about it. Like, what is cuffing season?
Man, I think it's a magical time of the year, cuffing season. You know, it's during the winter months. And it's so interesting. I live in Illinois. And last week it was 75 degrees outside. And no one was thinking about cuffing season then. But we know winter is coming. Like, like Lord of the Rings, we know winter is coming. And today I woke up and it was a winter wonderland outside. Like, for real. We had our first snowfall of the year and it just came upon us. So this is the time I think you need to really consider how you're going to spend the colder months, because what happens when it starts to get cold and the temperature falls? We don't have the sunshine like how we used to. In the summertime, we got all our serotonin levels are really high and we're feeling good and we got on our little sundresses on and it's beautiful social time. People are out and about. But when it's cold, a nice cold winter. I'm not sure how it is there in Texas.
It's cold.
Is it cold in
It's
Texas?
legit cold. Yes, I had to have a jacket on. Like last week, I was sweating, like just being outside, and this week it's cold. Like it's legit cold.
Oh my goodness. Well, this time of the year is, I mean, next week we have Thanksgiving coming up next week. Thanksgiving can be very stressful. And so it's really nice to have that special someone temporarily that you could spend these nice cold winter months together and keep each other warm. Oh
So
yeah.
are you saying, Dr. Alicia, that it's okay to have a seasonal boo? Are we supposed to have like a long term or a seasonal? Which one do we get?
I mean, I think, as long as you're, Lord, as long as you're clear about what you want and you make those expectations clear about this other person during cuffing season, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, actually. Short-term relationships, they could blossom into something long-term, only if you really enjoy each other in the warm months. The downfall is that, sometimes when you start talking about the draft season and you're drafting somebody for the cuffing season, it's just that sometimes you could connect yourself with somebody and it's not exactly the person you really want to be in a relationship with. It could just be a good enough person for the moment. So, you do have to be kind of careful about that. And sometimes your feelings can get into it. That could be the down part of it. It's just, you need to be really aware and connected with what you really want and
Mm,
be able to say, okay, do I need to be in a relationship right now? If we're in
mm,
this desperate, I gotta be in a relationship right now, what could happen is that you could lower your standards and
mm.
expectations in a relationship, and which would look like you want to be with people just because they're convenient and available, and they're really not somebody who is a good match for you. So you do need to be careful and make your intentions very clear.
That's good. And I was reading like the different types of cuffing because we're in cuffing
Oh,
season. It's like it's casual hookups, friendships that turn sexual and romantic, and relationships that start in the fall and quickly pick up speed and intensity during the cold months. So I think it ranges. You can actually just be in a hookup season, or you can have a friendship and it turns romantic, or you found the love of your life right in the midst of it all. Okay.
I mean, it's something romantic. I don't know how you feel. Like, I grew up with an association of Christmas and the
Mm,
holiday season to just really be like a really magical, special time for me.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I think it's so cool when it's like cold outside and you're indoors and you're watching the snow fall, because we get a lot of snow here, and you're all cuddled up with somebody watching Netflix. That's when you really want to Netflix and chill. So if you don't have that in your life during the holiday season, and then you go out Christmas shopping and you see all these couples in love with each other and you don't have nobody, it can feel really
Yeah.
lonely.
Oh yeah. I agree because it's like it's Thanksgiving, then it's Christmas, then it's New Year's, then it's Valentine's Day, then it's March. It's like it's back to back to back to back to back things that people do together. Like this is not for the week. Like it's not for the week. So you are going to see it. By the time December comes, you're going to see Walmart filled with Valentine's Day things. You're going to be constantly reminded that you're single, or that you in a situationship, or that you may or may not have your man or your woman. So it's almost like an encouragement to put yourself out there, right?
Or it could just make you start thinking about, maybe that last guy I dated, maybe he wasn't so bad. Maybe I should call him up and see if I can give him a second chance.
Exactly. It could be a lot of forgiveness in this season. One thing I will say is that you shouldn't shame yourself if you are wanting that experience. I think I'm gonna just be real, in the Christian circles or in the single woman circles, you're almost shamed by saying you actually want a man or you want to be with somebody. It's like, no, you need to focus on yourself. You need to grow with yourself. It's like, chill. I actually want human companionship, and that doesn't mean that I'm decreasing my self-love just because I actually want another person to join in on all the love that I have to give. So I don't think you should shame yourself if you are feeling the need to want to cuddle or want a partner or want a companion. I think it's perfectly normal.
Oh yeah, because we all desire to be in a relationship at some point. We all desire that human connection. And
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about maybe instead of getting somebody for cuffing season, maybe you can get one of those lights, those seasonal affective lights to help boost your mood. you
Yes,
know,
yes.
and I think like it's always nice to have a companionship when you have to be around your family members. Sometimes it's nice
Yeah.
because you're just kind of sitting there, and if other people are with somebody, with their significant other, everybody's looking at you like, "Where are you at? How come you don't have nobody?" So it could be, you could have that kind of pressure from family members when you get married. You're used to those kind of questions. I don't know. I think there might be a business involved. There's some men that could just rent themselves out for cuffing season.
Ooh,
And just
okay.
say it
And
is what it is.
so what would you tell someone that knows that they auntie is gonna ask when they having kids, or they auntie is gonna ask why you not with somebody at the dinner table at Thanksgiving? Like, what would you tell them on how to get over maybe that anxiety or just the feeling of not being enough, like when that conversation arises?
Yeah, I mean, I think boundaries are nice. I think you shouldn't. You talked about shame earlier, and I don't think you should be ashamed. You should just say, "I just don't have nobody right now. I would like to. I was dating Charlie back in the day. It didn't work out, and I'm just here to have fun and enjoy you." I mean, I don't think that you should carry that shame with you. I mean, it's not like just because you're not in a relationship doesn't mean you are a loser.
Yes,
You can still be lovable. We talked
yes,
about being lovable. I mean, I think it's and then if you feel like it's a little too intrusive, I mean, you can put boundaries around it and say, I just would rather lay here or sit here at the dinner table and enjoy everybody's company. Don't be asking me questions, asking me personal questions like that. So you can put boundaries around it. It's going to take some courage, and but I think it can be done, Jasmine. How are you going to be? Thanksgiving is next week. What is it going to be like for you?
all right. So, there has been a lot of things happening in the atmosphere. I think a lot of things happening, positive things though. I will say that I don't know what I'm going to be doing for Thanksgiving, but I will be with some type of family. I will be with family in some ways. I'm probably, this season I may have gotten got for cuffing season. I'm still trying to navigate that. I think I may have gotten got. So there is more developments to come. Only Dr. Alicia will know until it's time. But again, I think I may have gotten got that this is like the LOL of it all, because
Okay,
like
so wait,
I wasn't expecting any of this. I just kind of was alive, and it
oh,
was just like,
hold on a second. Okay, but this is great news. Okay, so you know what? Okay, the fact that you ain't named no names
oh
means
yes,
you haven't named any names means it's
no,
not internet ready.
oh
It's
no.
not ready for prime time.
It's not ready for primetime TV.
Not
We
ready
will
for
we will
prime
give
time.
we will give this a strong 6 to 8 months potentially before it's primetime ready. I think that's
Really? So
positive.
okay, so you're gonna wait and see how it looks in September, in the spring. How's it looking in
Oh,
the spring? If you can make it out of cuffing season and it's someone that you can hold on to past cuffing
yes,
season, then
yes,
spring is blooming all over and you're gonna be
yes.
blooming. Okay.
Yes, because when you are on the internet, people hold you accountable to your relationships. And I don't have no problem being public with mine, but I think that would be a conversation that I'd have to ask on how public the other person would want to be, or how do they feel about relationships being on the internet. And last week, honey, we was talking about my man got a TikTok. It's a requirement that we get up and we tick and we talk together. And did you see the video I sent you, Dr. Alicia, on why you need a TikTok partner?
I saw it, but I didn't look at it.
You ain't get it? Okay, so y'all know the stop now, anybody freeze. I got squirrels in my pants. There was this funny video, y'all, This man legit did that with himself. And I was like, Dr. Alicia, this is why you have to have a TikTok partner with certain trends. I don't know. Can you play that? Is that possible to play that?
Can.
Okay. It was the funniest thing. And I was like, this is how so many singles are right now, TikToking with ourselves. And I was like, we actually need a TikTok partner.
You are too much. Okay, I'm going to email it to myself.
Yes.
And then
please.
I think I'm going to have to get Boyce in here if I can't do it. But I think
y'all need to see this TikTok because it was funny. And it was more than deserving of recognition because, hey, shout out to this king. He does not have his woman yet. And he is not letting that stop him from creating challenges that require partnership. So I'm very, very proud of him. And hopefully he gets his shout out today on this video.
Yeah, well, you know what? I was kind of questioning, like, why is it so important that the guy you date has TikTok? Like, I
don't mind unpacking this. So I've learned that my life, it doesn't necessarily revolve around the internet, but it's a part of my day-to-day job. I consider myself an influencer at this point. That means I create content. People find out about the products, the services that I have through the internet. I'm able to touch people's lives through what I produce by being on the internet. Like, the internet is a part of my job. And when I prayed for my man, I didn't want the Oprah effect where we have no idea what Stedman does. Or I didn't want the Issa Rae effect where it's just like, Issa's great, but like, where's her guy? Or like, you know, I wanted my man to be doing just as much as I'm doing in the ways of impacting people. Does that mean he got to have the biggest social media following? No. But like, we're in a digital age. If you're not going to be up to the times of the internet, then that means I'm going to outgrow you potentially in the next 5 to 10 years, because what we do now, it primarily revolves around the internet. Like, if you don't even have a Facebook account or Instagram or a Twitter, people look at you and like, are you serious? You don't have an account? And even if you don't have an account, you're on the internet. You're looking at it. You're just not producing any content.
Okay. Let me explain something to you.
Sure.
You know what I'm going to say.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Because I know you were saying within your relationship, you like, you know, there has to be balance.
Thank God. Let me tell you something. Thank God Boyce did not feel that way when we first got together. I was not even, first of all, I was Facebook friends with Boyce back in 2008.
Yeah.
That was when I was working on my doctorate. Just getting my doctorate. Someone mentioned something called Facebook. And I created an account. And I became friends with people on Facebook. Forgot about Facebook. Forgot the password to my Facebook account. Forgot the password to the email of which my Facebook account was connected to, because I had children. I was trying to get tenure. I was Facebook friends with Boyce in 2008 and just never even went to my Facebook page. I had no idea he was blowing up on Facebook or blowing up on social media. I was clueless about any of those things about him, because if I wanted to know what was going on with him, guess what? I would do what old-fashioned people did. I would pick up the phone and actually call him. Believe it or not, I would call him in his office at work. And if he happened to be at work at Syracuse, he'd pick up the phone and we would just talk. So I rarely would call him on his cell phone for some reason. Maybe I was at work. Landline. I used a landline to talk to him. Not even on Facebook. He never even told me what he really was doing. And I just got an Instagram account. By the way, my Instagram for everybody, now that I have an Instagram account, my Instagram, wait, let me see if I can figure out how to put it up here. Okay, bear with me, y'all. No, I don't even have, okay. So let me type in here my Instagram so y'all can follow me on Instagram, because now I do have an Instagram account. Let me see if I can type it in. Oh, good grief. I don't even know how to type in here. Okay. So, okay, there I go.
You better do this. Y'all better give her a shout out, y'all. She is
I'm
over here
telling you. Okay, there you
navigating
go.
this.
Follow me on Instagram. Okay, everybody. Now that I do have an Instagram account, but I just created this account not too long ago, especially when I started my business. So you do have to do things like what we're doing today, but I didn't have any of that. And I'm real happy that he didn't reject me because I wasn't TikToking.
Okay, so I have never rejected a guy if they didn't have a social media account.
Okay.
What is
You
happening
still gave them a chance.
Yes, what happens is I when I'm in the relationship with a person, they get inspired and then they want to start doing some type of content or become an entrepreneur or something, have a link in bio, but then I began coaching them. And it's just like, no, I pay people pay me to help them on the internet. I don't want to be in a relationship and I'm navigating that journey with you, and that's not really what you want. That's what you think that I want, which is why you're becoming that. Does that make sense?
I don't know. Like, you've helped me a lot with my
right, but also
media.
Dr. Alicia, it's you. It's you. You're already in an ecosystem of you're in an environment. But let's say a guy comes up to me and they big step. I'm talking, they tell me they resume, they tell me they 5-year plan, they tell me where they about to go in life. And I'm like, oh, that's super nice. Okay, let's keep that going. And then it's like, all right, you say you want to be an entrepreneur, but like you really don't want to be an entrepreneur, but you think that that's what I want you to be. So now you're becoming something that you're not. It's just like, I would rather be with someone who they chose their path. I want to be a professional and maybe sometimes be an entrepreneur, or I want to be an entrepreneur. And I'm not getting with someone who's not sound in their identity. I think that's what it is. I want you to be sound in your identity, because I'm going to just keep doing me. And that's just going to be that. And just be okay with me being me and you being you. But I don't want you to have to think that you got to shift. But I am more attracted to a man that knows who he is, has an opinion, is impacting people. Like, I know the kind of man I want. Like, I want him to be impacting. Like, I don't want him to just do with his day job and go back home. Like, I want you to impact. Okay. I'm attracted to that. Like, I like that. Like, I like a man that he wants to help the world shift the narratives. He wants to make the world a better place for the next generation to live in. Like, I'm attracted to that kind of man, not the man that's like just chilling. It's like,
that's so interesting. It's interesting for me to hear that, because I never in a million years ever wanted a man like that. Seriously, I never wanted a man like that I never not one day out of my life have I ever said, I want to be married to the next Marcus Garvey. Like, those words never came out of my mouth. You know what words did come out of my mouth?
What?
I want to be with somebody who's kind to me. I want to be with somebody who's loving to me. I want to be with somebody who's respectful. I don't care if he's a janitor sweeping up floors all day. I want someone who is going to be loyal, who's going to be committed, who's going to love me unconditionally, although it is conditional. I want someone who's going to sweep me off my feet. I never in a million years ever wanted a 6-figure, 7-figure man.
Yeah.
Those words never came out of my mouth.
I kind of got accustomed to it because I went to engineering school. Like, that was like my environment. Like, that was my environment. I saw that, it was like, I already seen it.
That's food for thought.
Yes, and I just want both. I want you to be impacting and be kind and loyal and all those things. Like,
I don't care if you. I want someone who's nice to my kids. I want someone who treats me good. I want somebody who's supportive. I want someone who helps me achieve my goals. I want someone that I can trust. I want someone I'm committed to. I want someone I can have fun with. I want someone
and look what that attracted. The Marcus Garveys, the Claude Anderson, the Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X.
I tell my husband today, I said, if you want to pull the plug, I will help you pull the plug.
Okay.
You don't have to do any of this stuff. Like I tell him all the time, I'm like, I will love you unconditionally. It is not on
That's
condition. Well, it is on condition, but it's not on condition of how much
being this
money
person.
you make. It's not
Yeah.
on condition of how much money you make because what comes up will go down. It's not on condition of anything that you can do or produce. It's who you are and how we are together and how
Yeah.
you treat me. Stop the presses if you start getting cranky with me and start getting irritable, then I have a problem. But anything outside of that, what you do with your career, if you like it, I love it. Yes, I'm influenced by him because I didn't have my own business. And now that I do, I am influenced by him to start my own business. Yes, it's probably $1,000 an hour to meet with him to help him start your business. I do not pay $1,000. So
Well, you actually,
that's his rate, by
but
the way.
right, but like in general, you may not pay $1,000, but you help him make $1,000 because
I
of
don't
the
know. I'm just,
support and the love and the care
yeah.
and the flexibility for him to rest in the fact that you love him without him being all of that. That helps him make more money.
Well,
Like
I'm
you
just being,
support him.
yeah, I'm just being me. And I'm being me, being myself. I'm very authentic, probably too much so. I'm very transparent. I probably need to be guarded, but I don't know how
Mhm.
to be guarded because I didn't come from that sort of thing. And
Yeah.
so I don't know. That's just how I can't change this about myself if I wanted to. But
Yeah.
anyway, I think that's something to keep in mind. I think
Yes.
when you're looking for somebody, and I don't think like I think this was a cool topic, the cuffing season, because um I think it's a cool topic because I don't think that you should go into a relationship thinking that this is going to be my forever person. I think that you should go into a relationship, particularly at the beginning, with the attitude is we're going to take it one day at a time and see where it comes. Let's just
I
see
like
how it
that.
is.
I
And
like that.
cuffing season is wonderful because you tend to go internal anyway. It's like the weather is extreme outside, and you can find comfort and solace in
Yeah.
just being kind of alone. And if you're alone with someone else, I think it's a great time to like try it out. See if
Yeah.
this is something that you would want to be in a relationship with. And take it one day at a time. Just say, let's just see if it works for this season. Maybe this isn't gonna be, and not putting all your eggs in one basket, and keep in mind that it could be long term sometimes. I'm rooting for you, Jasmine. Spring is busting all over.
Y'all, I told Dr. Alicia when I met her, I said, girl, if you can help me find a man, like, you can save my next generation because it was looking real ratchet over here, okay? My parents, and people know this if y'all been keeping up with the Black Love drama free series, it's just like, my parents were divorced. They both are still navigating what love looks like for them, and they are in their 40s, so they're beautiful human beings, but it's just like I don't have that long-term parental view of what love looks like. And I may not have it to see it, but I have it enough to believe it, that it can happen for me. Now, there are some days I waver. Okay, we go up and down on those thoughts. I will be honest. Some days I believe it more than others. And the person that I'm actively learning and communicating with, anytime I get into those thoughts, he's just such a positive person. I be like, dang, like I thought I was the motivator. Like he be like motivating me, and like, why are we even thinking in that direction? Like that doesn't make sense. That's not even the intention. Like let's think on the positive. And I'm like, it really be shifting me. Like I like that I'm not the coach here. I like that I don't know it all. I like that I'm learning from him, and he has something to pour and give
Okay.
that is outside of like the mundane conversations of career. Like I want to talk about every aspect of life: emotional, physical, spiritual, mental, like the holistic person. I feel like those are the conversations that turn me on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want boring. If I get bored, I'm not gonna want to be there. It's like, okay, now I'm interviewing you, or now I'm trying to find something for us to talk about, or I'm trying to do more than what I want to do versus just like, are you naturally this person? And that's what I pray specific prayers for a person that inspires me, that like is interesting. Everybody's not interesting. And I say that as much as I'm saying that with love. Everyone's not interesting. There are some people, they walk in the room and they just gonna sit there. And that's about all you're gonna get is a good looking at you and looking back. And it's just like, I don't want a mute man. I don't want somebody that don't like to talk. I just don't.
That is so fascinating. Okay, so you really want someone outgoing. I will tell you, one thing about Boyce, he's very introverted.
Really, I would not be able to tell that.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but he's extremely introverted. He's not outgoing. If he is in a new environment, if he's in a new place, he normally won't say anything. He just sits and observes. I'm the one doing most of the talking because I'm not introverted.
Well, I think that's where the internet plays a very interesting part, because you can be introverted and excel because you don't have millions of people right there. They're looking at you, but they're not right there. Like, you're still talking to a screen. So it's just like me, I'm an extrovert. Like, you can look at me right beside the extrovert on the dictionary and put my name right there. Like, I will talk to a tree. I walk outside and I talk to everybody. I go to the grocery store, and if someone records me, I will talk to everybody in the grocery store because I love talking to people. So I don't know, like I've had the introverted kind. I'm like, I just want somebody that's a people's person. Like, I want to be able to impact a whole bunch of people before I die, and it's like, I don't want to do that by myself.
Okay, so I am trying to share my screen.
Okay.
I don't know how to do this. Hold on. I'm trying to share my screen because I have your video up. And
okay, let's do it, y'all. This is somebody that does not have someone for TikToks. And what's up, Dennis?
Hold on. Let me see if I can. Wait. I'm trying something new, by the way.
Okay, come on, try something new. Yes, this is my TikTok. You did it. Okay, Dr. Alicia, let's look at it. Okay,
so wait, I think.
Now everybody scream.
There's squirrels in my pants.
That girl's got some serious squirrels in her pants.
There's squirrels in my pants.
Tell me what's making you jump like that.
She is so funny, y'all. So the reason why I love this is he don't have nobody to TikTok with. When you raise your hand, it's supposed to be another person. This was not a single person TikTok. This is like, now anybody scream, like somebody's supposed to be screaming. And when you ain't got nobody to scream with, now you gotta run and become the other. So you're doing too much work. So that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, like I wanna be able to do like little cute TikToks. Like, I think that's fun. Like, I like creating content. Like, that's fun for me. But if I'm honest, he had to do all the work. He lifted it up. He ran around. He did the dance. Like, he was funny. Shout out to you, King, because you had me rolling. Like, that's my TikTok for 2022. Like, that's the number one. Like, no matter what, you rock with yourself. You love yourself. No matter if you got a partner or not. Like, that's my favorite TikTok for this year. But my prayer is that anybody listening to us, you don't gotta do, if you so happen to want to do a TikTok trend, you ain't gotta do the TikTok trend alone.
That is so awesome. Okay, so you were feeling him, and so potentially in the springtime, you may have somebody do a TikTok with you.
Girl, we're gonna.
Can we do a TikTok? Can we do a TikTok with other people if you're not in a relationship with them, or do they have to be TikTok? TikTok worthy means a lot to you.
You know, I would say like it just depends. Like you can do TikTok with your friends, but like those bae TikToks hit different.
Okay.
Have you seen the TikToks where like the man acts like his wife or the wife acts like her husband and they're just acting each other out and it's just the funniest thing? Okay, I'm gonna send it to you. I just want you to look at it.
Maybe Boyce and I need to do some skits and you need to show us how to do
I think that would be perfect. I think he would. I've seen him on some of his videos, like he's here and then he's here and like he's talking to himself, doing his little skits. I think I should send y'all about 2 or 3 videos for y'all to like do it together. And that is just gonna be the B1 energy, the black love energy. Like you have
we ain't doing enough. We're not doing enough. And the thing is, he would do it. It's really me. I'm the holdup. I'm so
glad I can influence you. Everybody in the chat say TikTok, Dr. Alicia, TikTok. If y'all want to see her and Dr. Boyce do some love TikToks and like just some funny videos together, like I think it'll warm all of our hearts. But like I want to see that from y'all.
Send stuff to us. Yeah, because you know what, our reaction videos and stuff that we do, it does very well. Send me something and then we'll start doing some TikToks.
I'm gonna send y'all some couple TikToks. I think it's gonna hit different. And y'all will have fun making them. Like I know it sounds crazy, but like you actually have fun creating content. Because you're like, okay, babe, why did you do it like that? We gotta start now. Like we gotta start over. Like it's fun. I think it's fun.
Okay, all right. I'll be open for it. I just girl, it's out of my comfort zone, but I'll do it.
You know, this year I feel like you've been getting out of your comfort zone, and I think it's been working for you. What do you think?
Okay. I just go for it.
It's been working. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I do? I really think about. It's not really about me at all. It really is about the message that I want to convey. Like, I think it's so important when you want to share yourself with someone, you want to get into a relationship with someone, even if it's short term, it's important to just be mindful of who you let into your space, making sure that it's genuine. I think there's so many people that have like so many different issues when it comes to the other sex. You know, they've been let down and disappointed by their moms, their dads, their household, and in how they are raised. And I think that when you get older, it's not a conscious thing, it's a very unconscious thing. You want to work some of those issues out with your significant other. And you pick the perfect person, like whoever you pick to be with, Jasmine, whoever it is, it's the perfect person for you. And you have to kind of know this. It doesn't mean that the relationship will last forever. There's always sometimes there's an expiration date on relationships. Don't even think about that. Just trust the process. And if it's for you, nothing can take it away from you. Nothing. Ooh. I do not second guess. The entire time I've been in a relationship with Boyce, I don't second guess it for 1 minute. Because if there's ever someone that can take him away from me, he wasn't supposed to be for me anyway. Yeah, my feelings would be hurt and I'd be sad about it, but it wasn't for me anyway. And so who am I to be possessive over someone, And so I think that there's lessons to be learned in every relationship. It takes courage. It takes acknowledgement that deep down inside, you want someone to see you for who you are. You want that intimacy. You want someone to be there for you when you need them, another person. And research backs all of this up.
Yeah.
The science supports this, that we are hardwired for relationships, whether we want to believe it or not. And the people who don't want to admit it, they know deep down inside that it's true. That's the reason why I'm just thrilled with working with couples every single day, because when I get down, when I scrape the butter off the toast, the end of it all is I want you to see me for who I am. I want you to appreciate me. I want you to love me
Mm,
and put me first above everybody else.
that's good.
That is the basis of every single argument that I've ever been involved in. And I've been involved in quite a bit of arguments between couples, but underneath all of it is, are you going to be there for me? Am I
Mm,
really important to you? Are you going to dismiss me? Are you going to push me aside? Or are you really going to pay attention to me?
wow, that's good. I think what I took away from this was you don't second guess the love that you have, and it's because you don't second guess your love. You're not dependent on his love. You're dependent on your love and what you give, and you're not expecting something from him outside of what you give. And
Mm-mm.
if anything were to make him change, then that's on him. But it's like you don't second guess what you have. You love despite all. Your love is unconditional.
It is, and I mean, those were when I listed the requirements in a man, those are my requirements in a man. It has nothing to do with anything external.
Mm.
You can be on TikTok or not on TikTok. You can be on YouTube or not on YouTube. I don't care. If he shuts his YouTube channel down today, which won't happen, but if he did, it doesn't have anything to do with my relationship with him. It has to do with his relationship with other people, the audience, the public. But it's got nothing to do with me.
That's good. That's good. Um, how did you know that you love them?
It was interesting. I never really thought about voice in the kind of love way, mainly because I honestly never really thought he was interested in me. Like, I never thought I was his type. I know like when I say this, but I have met just about all of his girlfriends for the past 30 years. And
That's
none of
good
them,
though.
not one of them looked like me, not one of them acted like me, not one of them did anything close to me. I think he was engaged one time to a lady years ago, and she was a lawyer. She was I don't know who I've never met her, but I've seen her. But she wasn't nothing really not much like me. So I never put him in that frame because I never thought he was interested in me. And mind you, when we first met when I was 19 years old, it was several years before I got a boyfriend. So I was single for years. And he had a girlfriend instantly. He was like, "Oh, I had a girlfriend." I'm like, "Oh, cool." I'm like, "Okay, well, I guess he's not interested in me." And then we just became really good friends. And so he's always been my favorite friend. I've always gotten to know him and really loved him, as a person, for real, as a person. And I would just be like, "I love you, boys." I used to say it all the time, when we were friends.
Oh,
And I never thought he was interested in me. And I thought it was like really interesting that like one day he was just like, I've always been interested in you. I've always loved you. And I never told you because I don't know, whatever his reasons. And I was like, whoa, let me think about this for a second because I never put my head in that space.
wow, that's amazing. Like, I was in. I think it's fitting for this conversation right now. I started diagnosing like what does love mean, and
Mm.
like in scripture it talks about a lot of things, but and let me know. Can you hear an echo? Can you hear an echo from me?
I don't hear echo. Wait, let me look and see. Here, you go ahead and talk. I'm
Okay,
gonna
can
let
you
you-
hear me? Testing, testing, 1 2, testing, 1 2. Sounds a little bit like an echo.
I'm playing around with this. You hear an echo?
Yes. Okay, it's gone now. It's
Okay.
gone now. Okay, so I wrote this on. Oh, where did Dr. Alicia go? Is she coming back, Lord? Come back, Dr. Alicia.
I'm here. I was just letting you talk.
Okay, cool. So I wrote this November 6th, 2022 at 3 in the morning. Why I'm up at 3, I don't know. But I put in, and Dr. Alicia, you can tell me what you think about this. I said relationships. I said, do you truly understand how love works? And I said relationships should be spelled work, not love. Hear me out. The work required to maintain healthy and whole relationships will require communication, time, consistency, vulnerability, effort, forgiveness, clarity, and above all things, work. Love is an action. So if loving you and the people around you take action, work is actually love and not relationship. So this concept was when you understand that time, energy, and efforts will be the breaking point of everything that you seek to cultivate, you'll provide work to your relationships. So what I mean by that is actions speak louder than words. And when you tell someone you love them, or when you actually say like, oh, I want to commit to loving you, like that's an action. That's work. Like you're going to work and actively do something for another person that is selfless and it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with serving them. Of course, you hope that your cup is filled, so you love them from an overflow. But you are going to be constantly showing them the actions and the work that you love them. Because it's not enough to just say you love somebody. You have to do something that shows that you love them.
That is beautiful. So when did you write this?
November 6th, like I really went in. Like I felt like it was a whole sermon that I could be in. And not like to make this all churchy or whatever, because that's not the context of this. But 1 Corinthians 13, 4-8, it says, love is patient, it's kind, love does not envy or boast, it's not arrogant or rude, it's not insist on its own way, it's not irritable or resentful, it does not rejoice in wrongdoing. Like that whole concept, I was like, every time you say love is, I was just like, replace it with work. Love is work. Love is action. Love does not do this action. It does not do this type of work. It is not this type of work. It is not this type of action. Like I just broke it down because I wanted people to understand that love is not you saying it. It's something that you do.
That is so. Wait, you're 28 years old and you came up with this?
Oh yeah, I've been thinking like this for a long time.
That don't get this. This is really beautiful.
I'm grateful, but this came to me so strongly, and I was like, I know it couldn't have came from me. I had to thank the good Lord on that one. But I was just like, how many more people would actually excel in love if they understood it wasn't a feeling, it was actually like a action.
Yeah, and what I really enjoyed about it is that there's no doubt or hesitation in love. Right? There's so many people who get scared, and there's so many people who are afraid, and fear is what gets you off of this love path. And if you want to talk about what a sinning is fear. If you want to sin, that is hesitation. If you want to, and of course, it makes sense that you want to protect yourself and put your guard up because you're afraid about what happens. But courage is love, and it takes courage to really be able to, of course, you have standards and things that you wouldn't want to do. But if there's somebody that you would like to share your life with, it takes courage for you to be able to make yourself vulnerable enough to tell them. And to let them know and to show the love. There's so many people that want to show love to other people, and they just don't do it because they're scared of rejection. And being scared of rejection, being scared of being let down, all of those things, that's the devil. That's the real devil. It's nothing outside of you. Devil is not a person. Devil is a thought.
That's good.
That's my interpretation.
And you're basically saying this can ruin cuffing season. If you fear love, if you fear getting close to someone, if you fear like actually putting yourself out there, if you fear to know somebody, if you fear telling your feelings, you're going to ruin a chance that honestly is biologically, chemically designed for you to start, buffing and hugging and loving. Hey, brother, I'm gonna say
You know what? I think we need to say hello to Dennis.
yes, he's been
Do
talking
you see
to us.
him in the
Hey,
chat?
Dennis.
Dennis is
Yes,
engaged. I really appreciate Dennis. We got some spam, but Dennis is coming
yes.
strong. Look at him. Wait, I think I can put him in here. Look at
Hey,
Dennis.
hi, Dennis.
Dennis
How's
comes
it
to us on
going?
Facebook. Look, he's shouting you out.
Yes. Hi, Dennis. Thank you so much for being here. He's been showing tons of love.
He has
Um,
Dennis, where you from? Wait, he's talking about what did he say?
he wanted you and Dr. Boyce to do a
y'all.
podcast of y'all talking in the bed, like just having pillow talk, more pillow talk
We
conversation.
usually in the bed when we do pillow talk. Oh, but he wants us to do a pillow talk.
Yeah, just alive.
Oh my God, alive when we're actually in the bed. Oh my goodness, that's a thought. I'll have my little rag tied around my head. It would be like for real in my pajamas.
And we did not tell our audiences that we would be on YouTube. So that I will make an announcement as soon as we get off of there. Oh, he's from Chicago and he resides in Minnesota. What's up, Dennis?
Oh, he's from the Chi-Town. Okay, so he lives in Minnesota. Woo, he went from cold to frigid. Minnesota is cold, man.
Dennis, how do you feel about cuffing season? Are you in draft? Do you have a few contenders? Do you have some few tenderonis that you're going to be potentially cuffing in this season?
We gotta give him time to
Absolutely.
we putting his stuff on blast. Say something, Dennis. I'm gonna put it right up on the screen.
I'm working on self. Okay, Dennis, that's perfectly fine.
Dennis, it's getting cold. It's very cold in Minnesota. I'm almost certain if it snowed here, it's gotta have some snowfall in Minnesota. And it's cold because you got the Mississippi River that goes through. Do you know the Mississippi River goes through? Oh, he's looking. Man, Dennis is available, y'all. Look at him. Nice and handsome on here on Facebook. Ladies need to hit me up if you're interested in Dennis. I'm gonna find him. Dennis Spraggins.
You want to know something that's unique about the Black Love series? It's a lot of Black men that are impacted by us having this conversation.
Interesting. Okay. So
like I get a lot of positive feedback from us doing this from Black men.
What do they say, Jasmine? For real?
They're just like, they appreciate the honesty. They appreciate hearing a perspective of a woman. They appreciate us bringing and uplifting them and not bashing them or making them feel less than. I think they also appreciate knowing that you are in a marriage, so the advice you're giving is to impart into more women and or men to have better and healthy relationships. So it's like you're not pouring from a cup that doesn't have a result. You're pouring from a cup that is full with actual tangible therapy knowledge. And it's just a lot of Black men. I get a lot of comments like every time we do this, someone says, "Thank you, you did a great job, like keep doing this." And it normally comes from a Black man.
Oh man, okay, we gotta promote. Let's promote us. I know we're gonna be on several different platforms tonight.
Yes,
we're done. And so I think this is pretty good. Okay, so give us feedback. You can reach out to me on Coaching with Dr. Alicia. That's my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I'm supposed to say like button and share. I think that's what we were supposed to say.
Yes, like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Please do that. You can find Jasmine here. Is that you on Instagram?
That is me. That's me everywhere. That's me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. If you type that in, my SEO is going to go bananas. So follow me everywhere, y'all. I got so much love to give you all in every area. And this is just one of the ways that I give back to the community once a week with Dr. Alicia.
All right. Well, this was good. This is our very first time doing StreamYard, doing this.
Yes, I'm gonna make the announcement on Instagram so people know. Is it gonna be on? Because I'm on the YouTube now. Is it gonna be on the Pillow Talk with Dr. Boyce and Dr. Alicia? Like, what are the main channels? Is it just gonna hit all of them?
It depends on what Boyce wants to do. I'm sure.
Okay.
I have a feeling. He likes our content, so he'll just. It depends on if he likes it. If
Okay.
he likes me, he'll share it. If he don't
Okay,
like
okay.
me, he won't share it. But I have a feeling it'll be shared.
Okay. I have a feeling he likes you.
It doesn't matter. And that's the thing. Like he can never share this video, and I'm fine with him.
Yeah.
He's good with me. My love for him is not contingent on whether he shares my content. It's not contingent on whatever he does. My love is just contingent on just him being voice.
That's what I'm taking
I
tonight.
don't care.
Like your love is unconditional because it's not connected to anything of a result from him, but just him being him and just him being.
I don't really
And
care. If he
also,
shares it, I'm gonna say thank you very much and give him a hug and a kiss. He don't share it, I'm still gonna give him a hug and a kiss. No
yes.
matter.
And then you talked about fear, that love and fear cannot lie in the same place.
Mhm.
And then you also talked about like diving into cuffing season. It's okay to be in the cuffing season. It's okay to love. It's okay to want those things. We had a good episode tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to have boundaries. Make a list of things you're comfortable with and what behaviors would be crossing the line. It's
Yeah.
like even during cuffing season, you could just be like, I work all week. Let's just hang out together on the weekends.
Yeah.
Or
And Devin Reese said, amen. We must be, I'm telling you, the men be feeling it. They be feeling what we be talking about. And I'm okay with that.
cool. Okay, well, thank you everybody for coming with us this hour. And we'll see you next Thursday. I love this. I'm out of my comfort zone. And thank you, Jasmine, for pulling me out of my comfort zone.
You're welcome. I tend to do that with people, and I want to see you blow up, like even more.
Gotcha. Same here.
Okay, y'all have a beautiful evening, and just remember to have a drama-free Black love. Talk to y'all soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.